English is largely spoken from second language English language speakers to other second language English language speakers. Most English language students, or second or third or fourth or fifth, or English as another language, most speakers of English in that context will never speak to somebody who is a first language English language speaker. So English as an international language, or English that is used in a global context, has very specific functions, and it has very specific characteristics. It is a common language across language groups, and it is used to communicate cross-culturally. Now, interestingly, you say, yes, Sue, I know that happens globally. Tell me something I don't know. Well, I think the interesting duality of English is that it acts as this lingua franca, not just globally, but within societies where there are, within truly multicultural societies, where there are groups of different ethnicities, language and cultures combining. And it's often the common language across those groups. As such, it's just not connected with first language, English language nations. So the disconnect has happened already. It's irrelevant, really. It's only social values that are putting value on what English you speak. It's a social value. It's not a linguistic value that's being imposed on that, or a functional value. When it works locally, it takes on the culture around it. And we were having this discussion earlier, and we'll have a look at aspects of how language does take on the culture. But when it's working globally, it is equally a tool of cultural communication. So it's again working as a cross-cultural lingua franca. And it's as much a cross-cultural communication tool as a tool of ideas. This is how you find Sandra Mackay, who's a well-known researcher in linguistics, often talks about how a Korean student came to her and said he had to learn to speak English because he wanted to let other nations know about Korean culture. And this was interesting because he said there were no other dissemination streams, that this is the dissemination stream for my culture. So the essence of this is that, contrary to what everybody else will tell you, English belongs to everyone. There are no national owners of English.